Hello, friends. It's Raquel from Infinite Succulent here with your energy forecast for the Aquarius full moon on August 1st. And I believe the moon is completely full around 11:31 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's get into the energies of this Aquarius full moon. First of all, if you have been feeling this kind of like, ugh, just screw it energy, like I just don't want to care anymore. I just don't want to overthink this anymore. I just want to say what I mean and do what I want to do. Congratulations. You're totally feeling the energies of this full moon in Aquarius. So let's talk a little bit about Aquarius energy as well as Leo energy, because while the moon is in Aquarius, we have the sun in Leo. Not to mention, we also have Venus retrograde in Leo during this full moon, which we'll talk about as well. So a little bit about Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and Aquarius is all about being innovative, progressive, thinking outside of the box, and also acting on behalf of the highest, greatest good. And with Aquarius, it's definitely collective. Aquarius energy is very collective minded, but Aquarius energy comes at the collective through our own unique individual expression. And we're going to talk about that more, especially with this Leo energy in particular. On the shadow side of Aquarius, we have, sometimes we can even put our own ideas, our own beliefs, our own desires aside for the greater good. That can be a shadow side of Aquarius, not to mention just with all the air energy in Aquarius, we can get into some overthinking and over fixating on our thoughts in particular. Now, while we have this moon in Aquarius, the full moon in Aquarius, we have the sun in Leo, and the sun loves being in Leo. Leo is the zodiac sign that best represents the energy of the sun. The sun represents our heart, not the sun, but the Leo represents the heart as well. And with this Leo energy, we're really focused on our own unique expression, our own light, the light that each and every one of us has that is unique and individual to all of us, and how we actually shine that light from our heart out into the world. When we have Leo and Aquarius energy coming together, it's a reminder to us that to be for our true selves, to be selfish in a way that's actually true to our authentic self and expression, is actually what's best for the we, for the collective. This energy of this full moon is a reminder to us to show up, to shine bright, regardless of the overthinking thoughts, regardless of the societal constraints, regardless of all the conditioning that's been put upon you that's keeping you from shining brightly. You kind of just want to throw all that away with this full moon and just show up and share up. That's the energy of this full moon. So in a lot of ways, it's really powerful because it's going to get us to just kind of like put aside the things that have been slowing us down and just do the damn thing. Honestly, I think I actually wrote that in the blog post, that it's like, this is a do the damn thing kind of energy, and say the damn thing kind of energy as well. So this is a great, great full moon to release the thoughts, the emotions that are keeping you from taking action, that are keeping you from doing the thing you've been wanting to do for so many months, but because of A, B, and C, you haven't done it, right? Like, this is a great moon to release that, to give you the motivation and inspiration to actually move into the action, move into the expression itself. So great moon to clarify what is kind of holding you back from taking action and do some form of release ritual for that. Now, I have a ton of release rituals in my book, Everyday Plant Magic. I've shared a lot in my Instagram as well, but you just feel into whatever feels great for you. Perhaps you write it on a piece of paper and you burn it with the full moon. You can also, with the air energy, you can actually, if it's a windy day or windy area where you are, you can actually speak the things that you are releasing into the wind and like see the wind taking them away. I mean, there's so many different ways you can ritualize this, but ultimately what you want to do is release the thoughts and the emotions that are keeping you from doing the things you actually want to do and saying the truth that wants to come from you. Now, on the shadow side of this Leo and Aquarius energy, we do have a sense of, especially with the Leo energy, there can be a sense of confusing love for attention. What I mean by that is that Leo likes to be the center of attention, likes eyes on them, and there can be a sense of like, well, if people are paying attention to me, that is love. Now, what's nice about even this shadow aspect is that we do have Venus, the planet of love and relationships and values and finances and sensuality. Venus is retrograde right now through September 3rd in Leo. Now, Venus went retrograde just after the new moon in Cancer, July 22nd it was. I didn't add that into the video for that new moon because we had so much going on with like the lunar node shifts and everything. So we're going to talk about Venus in retrograde right now. You might have already heard about Venus in retrograde, whether it be from social media or from another YouTube video or posts that people share. But Venus is in retrograde through September 3rd. Venus goes retrograde every 18 months or so and stays in retrograde for 40 days and 40 nights, which, 40 days and 40 nights has a lot of spiritual connotation to it as well. Now, with Venus in retrograde, you can hear some teachers talk about, your relationships are going to be conflicting, it's going to be challenging. But I actually see Venus in retrograde as a beautiful opportunity. I see every retrograde as a beautiful opportunity because anytime we're talking about a planet being in retrograde, which means to our eye, it looks as though the planet is moving backwards in the sky as opposed to moving forwards. That's what retrograde means. And anytime a planet is in retrograde, we know that we have a beautiful opportunity to review, reassess, refine, and realign with whatever the themes that planet's bringing up. So with Venus in retrograde, this is a beautiful opportunity for us to review, refine, and realign with our own values, our own sense of love, our own sense of home and security, the relationships in our life. It's a really, really beautiful opportunity to align back with your authenticity, okay? Especially when it comes to values. So when we have this energy of Leo and Aquarius, where it can be a little bit confusing as like, what is love? If someone's paying attention to me, is that love? Is that what love feels like to me? Venus in retrograde is actually a really, really great time for us to... Sorry about that interruption. My daughter was calling me. So where was it? Yes, Venus, retrograde, values, love, all that good stuff. So if you're a little bit like, I'm confused, what does love actually feel like to me? This is the time to get really clear on that. What is love to you? How do you share your love? How do you receive love in return? What does love really feel like to you? What does it feel like when you feel like you are being loved and when you are giving love in return? Venus retrograde is a beautiful time to get clear on that. And it's the same for our values. What is it that we really, truly value? And how are we showing up to those values in the way that we're actively living right now? Venus retrograde will help us get clear on that, will help us get clear on the values that we want to actually espouse in our lives, right? The values we actually want to live. So this is a beautiful time for that kind of work, that kind of inner reflection work. And if you're looking for certain journal prompts to help you get clear on your connection to your own values, your relationships, sense of love that moves through you, please check out my moon blog. I will bring it up on the screen so you can see. Give me a moment here. All right. So I'll just share with you, you can find this on my website, infinitesucculent.com. And on the moon blog, I share about the energies of the moon. I identify a theme. The theme for this full moon in Aquarius is to be for true me is to be for we. And what I mean by true me is the authentic self, the higher soul self, right? That's the real me. So you can go to my website, infinitesucculent.com, head over to the moon area. You will see the latest in the moon blogs. I share about the energies. I share about moon in Aquarius and in Leo. We talk a lot about Venus retrograde. There's some journal prompts in there as well. I also talk a little bit about things you want to do and maybe not want to do during Venus retrograde. Like, for example, Venus retrograde is not a good time to compare yourself to other people. It's not a good time to allow societal conditioning and societal beliefs to impede upon your own, right? This is a time where you want to get clear on what's true, authentic for you, whether that be about your style, your relationships, how you show up in your own home, whatever it is. Okay, so there's some information here about things that you might want to avoid during Venus retrograde and where you want to actually lean in during Venus retrograde. And then I offer some journal prompts for you to work through the energy of the Aquarius full moon. And for those of you who love, love, love learning more about astrology, I, of course, have the collaboration with my friend who is an astrologer, Melissa. And so she shares a little bit more about the astrological forecast for this full moon as well. Well, thank you all so much. As you can see, my daughter's here right now. Let me stop this share. So I hope that you all have a beautiful full moon, and I hope that however you choose to refine and illuminate what is true for you and release anything that is keeping you from being your true self. I hope that you have a beautiful opportunity to do that with this full moon. And if you have any questions about any of it, please DM me. You can DM me on Instagram or TikTok. You can also email me at infinitesucculent@gmail.com. Please like this video. Please subscribe and save if these are energies you'd like to connect with. And I will see you guys in a few weeks for our next new moon energy forecast as well. Bye, friends.